Hello Africa, hello fans of Eurovision all around the world. My name is Sebastian Mnich. I'm lead editor of Destination Eurovision, but also an international juror of AfriMusic Song Contest. Today we're gonna see amazing interview, once again, with the Kenton Lee, who is the best role model, hero, and person to show that AfriMusic Song Contest it's more than about winning, getting a trophy, and being on top. This man not only get to the very final of 2020 edition, but also he created an anthem called Undefeated to the people who are caring about us in the pandemic time. You can see him also on Eurostream 2020, so the biggest online competition this year, as a music guest on the second semi-final. I hope you will enjoy this interview. Met him much more better because this man is really music genius. And it's always cool to meet this kind of people and get to know how everything started, what gives him major push to create new music, and how he see whole situation, whole very positive reaction of the people, of the audience all around the world for his song Undefeated. Hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe our channel to make sure that you haven't missed any more interviews, videos and materials connected with AfriMusic Song Contest. Thank you so much for watching and have fun. Bye bye. Hello everybody, my name is Sebastian. You are watching Destination Eurovision and once more time for AfriMusic Song Contest, so the biggest event in this continent. With me today, Kenton Lee, one of the finalists of AfriMusic Song Contest 2020. Hello, Kenton.
Hi Sebastian, how are you doing?
I'm really great. I'm really happy about time spent with you, which are coming very soon. Hope you are also doing fine.
I'm excellent. I'm actually really excited to have this interview today. Such an amazing platform, such an amazing, I would say, new atmosphere in my life that I'm really embracing, and I'm just loving every minute of it.
Great to hear, and I'm really happy that this pure positive emotion is going through your body. I'm absolutely happy about it. Maybe we'll start from the very beginning. Can you briefly introduce yourself, letting our audience know a bit more about you?
Wow. At this stage of the game, it's a whole lot. It's so much because, you know, I think music for me started when I was really young, at 9 years old. I think is when I picked up my first instrument. And I was kind of like playing around with different instruments because of influence in my family. We grew up in the church. So, you know, all we saw was music. My mom has 6 sisters and 1 brother, and my dad's side has a massive family, and both sides of my family all sing and play instruments. So I picked it up from a very young age, and I've always been attracted and drawn to music. So throughout my life growing up, it was just music, and I started out playing drums in the church, and then I would play a little bit of keyboards, and then the guitar really stuck to me. So for the longest of time, I played guitar, and with a few influences in South Africa, like Jimmy Lutlu and Ernie Smith, it kind of like really got my passion to taking it much further. So in South Africa, we have a place called Durban. That's where I'm from. It's on the east coast. And I moved to Johannesburg, and that's where things really started kicking off after my studies, you know. And that's when I started like playing around in different bands and just offering myself as just a multifaceted kind of individual in this industry. So this kind of thought process just lent me to a whole lot of dynamics within the industry, and I can tell you that it's been so much. I've worked in film, I've scored music, I've just done so many different things because I was so curious, you know. They say curiosity killed the cat, but it didn't kill me. It just got me more excited to see what else I could do in the industry. And yeah, I ended up playing for lots of established artists. I ended up traveling the world, and it was very exciting. The highlight of my career with playing with an artist by the name of Lira was playing at the second inauguration of Barack Obama back in 2012. That was the most exciting moments of my life. And ever since then, it's just really fueled the passion of me wanting to tap into my potential and see what else I can do. And that was kind of the birth of my solo career. There's much more to the story, but I don't think we'll have time for everything.
I would love to hear even more of it, but for sure we have some period of time which we need to move on. But thank you so much for the great opener of this conversation with you. And
thank you.
And I have a question which I ask for every single artist who I met this year from AfriMusic Song Contest. So I also need to ask you about it. How would you describe your music if somebody let you know, please do it only if in 3 words? Which words you would choose?
I would say that, okay, maybe we could start with Afro-electric.
All right.
But I think what means the most to me is that it's eclectic, and I would say urban pop.
Oh, all right, okay. The things which always makes me really happy when I was talking with you guys here from AfriMusic Song Contest, you are using so many interesting words to describe it. Most of the people can do it. You are finding a very spectacular way to describe your music. So congratulations, and really cool to hear it from you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so maybe let's go with the AfriMusic Song Contest, because this is the main topic which brings us together here today on this conversation.
Right.
You were one of the top 30 finalists of this 2020 edition, following thousands of entries throughout the continent of Africa. How did you come to find out about AfriMusic Song Contest? What prompted you to enter with your song Echo?
Well, maybe in a not so long story, I'll say that through my management company, I've been in development since January 2019, and this journey has just left me, should I say, in a continuous search for what's happening around my world. As a musician, you gotta be present, you gotta be involved, you gotta be looking for opportunities all the time. And that brought me to a place of just wanting to be a lot more active on my social media, and scrolling through Instagram, there pops this advert to say AfriMusic Song Contest, and I was like, whoa, this is big. I gotta enter this. I have to enter. So yeah, the rest is history.
All right. Also, very important question, because even if your song not win the main trophy, you find very good and very inspirational way to make your stamp in this year AfriMusic Song Contest, because you wrote a song called Undefeated.
I ain't going down without a fight. You know my mama raised me upright. She said you gotta believe with all your might, until the darkness turns to light, yeah. Until the darkness turns to light. Until the darkness turns to light. Undefeated, you're 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 undefeated.
The world is healing.
We believe in you.
Stay safe and positive.
And you release it during the AfriMusic Song Contest in solidarity of the global COVID-19 pandemic. Can you tell us more about the meaning behind the lyrics and how you came to the title of the song, so Undefeated?
All right. Well, I guess, like I say, it's a constant effort of working on yourself as an individual and as an artist. So for me, I just feel like the more work you put in to who you are as a person, the more opportunities come your way in that vein. And I think even more so now, it's been such a calling, I guess, for me, especially like in the last 2 days with everything that's going around in the world. Personal development has been a large part of my growth in the music industry. So, with that being said, I'm not even intentional with strategies, except for the one strategy of I have to work on me so that I have enough, so that whatever my gift is needed for, that's what I'm available for. And throughout the years, I've had a relationship with a friend of mine by the name of Mervyn Pillay, and he has a company called Jade Elephant, and I always write songs for him for different environments. Like I said, I've done so many different things. So it could be anything. It could be a song concert or whatever it is. I love songwriting, and songwriting was part of the growth. I had to dive deep in and bring out the songwriter in me. So it's been a long process of studying and checking out a lot of different things. So with that being said, just as the lockdown hit, Mervyn called me and he said, listen, a lot of our business associates, our friends, our family, we are going to have a not so great time. We're going to face a challenging time, and it's going to get real serious for a lot of people. So we really need something that's going to keep us going and keep us encouraged in these times. So immediately I got to work on this, and for me, like I said, with all the preparation and all the personal development that I've been through, the words were just flowing. The brief was, we need to encourage our surroundings. That's what we need to do. We need to be a light in times of darkness. And these words just naturally came out. The style of the music, it's a little bit different to what I do even. So that's why I feel strongly that, there's more of a purpose behind who I am as a brand than just, my ambitions. And like I said, ever so born, like in the last 2 days, I'm just feeling a lot more committed to this process.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe that if people even don't have the chance until this interview to listen to this song and saw what you've done, I believe that they need to check Eurostream 2020, which you are part as a special guest performer. We are talking about semi-final 2, where you presented this song Undefeated with the support of children from different countries around the world, which is absolutely outblasting and amazing. How significant was this experience for you?
Man, I think everybody here at home is still buzzing. The buzz hasn't left us. It was such a game changer for us because initially the song was written more, like I said, for our friends and our family and our circles. And the page that we've put the track on is actually called Undefeated, a song for South Africa. And, sometimes we just don't know that what we're doing actually has a greater purpose and a greater need, So through the AfriMusic competition, it's like, wow, it's just opened up so many conversations that honestly I was not expecting. I can honestly tell you that I was not expecting it. And, at first it's nerve-wracking because it's such a big platform. It's like, oh, how are the people going to receive it? The people on the other side of the world, do they know what's happening on this side of the world? We're so different culturally. And I just think that when it's done purely and it's done from the heart and it's done organically, I think it kind of reaches where it needs to. And I'm just so grateful to AfriMusic and to Eurovision and all of these platforms that just allowed us to have the song on that level. I'm besides myself, and I'm still riding this buzz. I'm still on the wave.
I hope it will never end. I hope pandemic for sure, but this buzz for you and everybody attention, hope it will bring you the most as it possible. And
Thank you so much.
And speaking of this performance, I have more technical questions. What went into preparing this performance for the digital stream, especially that we are under lockdown right now, so everything is much more tougher to organize and do it by the logistic? How would it work with this?
It wasn't a very easy process, I must be honest. But like I said, in terms of the development process, one has to learn to become so many things in the music industry. And I'm just grateful that I gave myself that opportunity to learn video editing. So, in a world where you're restricted, we can't go out, we can't go film kids. We can't go to professional studios anymore. We're very restricted. So all I had was my camera, my room, which is the back wall you see now, and my laptop. And we had to make it work. So it literally was myself sitting late at night, getting clips from all over the world, and so grateful once again to AfriMusic, to Susie and her team for being able to help us in that way, to reach where we couldn't reach, you know, to turn the song from South Africa to the rest of the world.
Absolutely, and I need to say it once again and encourage everybody to watch it because it was phenomenal. It really moved your heart and moved your soul to watch it. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, please check it if you don't have it right now. Kenton, did you know about the Eurovision Song Contest itself before you participating in AfriMusic Song Contest? How it works with you?
To be honest with you, I didn't know it so well. I've heard of it. I knew it was big. just how big it was. I honestly didn't know. You know, again, when we in our world, that's what our focus is. You know, that's what we immune to see around us. But there's so much more going on in the world. And when I began to do my homework, I was like, wow, this is very, very, very big. And yeah, it's just phenomenal, the kind of platforms that it opens up and the opportunities and what it's done. And the fact that it's so old, it's such an old competition and an old tradition that's so alive and so exciting. Yeah, I just hope that there will be some opportunities where we can get on those platforms. Who knows?
Absolutely, we're talking with the rest of the artists that somebody from European Broadcasting Union need to take you to the Netherlands next year and do the huge African show because you deserve it, and I believe world deserve to see it. Once again, we need to repeat it. We need to repeat it, ladies and gentlemen. Write an emails, write an postcards and letters, and catch anybody from the Netherlands who are organizing Eurovision and make it happen. We want AfriMusic Song Contest on the bigger stage. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, I believe that people who are trying to reaching out our social medias, our website, know a little bit more about you because we have huge articles telling who the all 30 artist is. But if somebody missed this, we need to take it to our consideration that you done some very creative covers of song written by well-respected South African artists like Prince KB, featuring Psaki and DJ Fresh. So they are also very important names for the music industry there. So please tell me how you will describe your creative vision on music sounds around your home to create these impressive renditions of these songs that they were sounded very fresh.
I think once again, once we go back to the common denominator, which is the crisis, and you're connected to the amount of years that I went through personal development and how interested I am in the human journey. One of the biggest things that I've learned, and this is for my brand, I like to think of my spirit animal as the chameleon, because the chameleon is all about adaptability.
Yeah.
And it's a huge part of what I've learned. You know, challenges are opportunities. Many great things have come out of crisis, and certainly for me, I just feel like I've discovered more of myself, more of purpose through crisis. So to cut a long story short, it's like I look at my environment and I'm like, wow, you know, all of a sudden I'm just open to so many things. I step in the garage, and how I speak about it in the video is exactly what happened. I got to the garage as soon as I came back to Durban, to my parents' house, because I wanted to quarantine with them. And as soon as I got here, I got immediately into the garage and start cleaning and that kind of thing. And as I was cleaning, I'm like, these things sound like music to me. You know, I had a brush on a, you know, the sweeping of the brush makes a noise like a shaker, and the back of the lawnmower sounded like a percussion to me. And I was like, wow, what if I could mix my music, organic music with you know, things around the house? And that's how it came about. And yeah, within I think 10 minutes of me posting, Prince KB himself reposted it, and it went to all of his followers and his social media and his Twitter. And it just sparked a great thing. So from that video, I think I'm on like the 4th video now. I just uploaded the last one yesterday, and they're all being received so well. So yeah, I think that's my strategy. Crisis is my strategy.
This is how to be creative as an artist. Wow, it's really amazing to hear it, how these songs work with you and how you find all these melodies on these tunes which make your song that creative and that original. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I believe already everybody knows that you are creative as hell. So please tell me, if you could collaborate with any artist of your choice, and I'm speaking of the African artists, but also outside the Africa, all around the world, is there anybody who come to your mind and why?
That is such a difficult question because for me, like I said, it's so much more than just music. It's so much more than just creating with someone. It's about connecting with someone's creativity and their story. And I just believe that there are so many artists, whether they are established and whether they are not established, no matter where they are on their path, on their journey, there's a few artists that I just connect with, and I love what they're doing because it's a similar thing for me. It's more than the music. It's your gift and what you're able to, the stories you're able to express and tell. But if I had to give you one answer, there's somebody, I'm a bit nervous to say this, but there's somebody that I really, really look up to, French artist by the name of Stromae.
Oh.
Man, if I could collaborate with that guy, because I see it as such a learning opportunity. I just, the kind of things that he does with his brand, the geometrics in his clothing, and just the thought patterns behind all his music videos and the messages that he has in his song. I can't speak French. I know just a few words. Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle Kenton. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that we are able to translate into English, I'm just able to understand, and I'm like, wow, this guy has something else going. His creative arts and his expression and what he's trying to say through his music is just phenomenal. So that would be definitely one person I would love to collaborate with.
I wish you that, especially that he come back from music retirement. He played with Coldplay.
Yes.
So I believe that it can be happen some way, somehow. I really keep my fingers crossed for this duet, this collaboration between you guys. I really hope. Maybe he will see this video. I hope.
I hope so too. Come back. The world needs you.
Absolutely. He is a really global star and people love his music all around the world. That for sure. He has a big footprint on the music today. Okay, so as everybody knows, and I believe you are also very keen about it, AfriMusic Song Contest is more than just an annual contest with a focus on who win it. How has your whole experience been with AfriMusic members this year, with the artists, with the organizers? How you can describe it, this whole meetup between you and these contacts?
It wasn't that easy to get to know, everybody, especially the top 30, by virtue of the fact that we are all working remotely. That most of the competition is held. We cannot really meet and see each other, but the interactions that I've had, I can say that in a world where we have to acknowledge the realities of the music industry, it's not always a friendly space, and not everybody is on the same vibe, positive vibe, and wanting to, because we are human, and no matter where we are in our journey, we are learning. So, but what I can say about this competition is that it really led me to some amazing people that are really, really so selflessly interested in the artist and the expression and trying to be a platform to provide artists with some tools, with some strategies just to get us to where we need to get to. It's it can be, let me just say it in that way, it's a very exciting industry, it's a very successful industry, but it's also a very challenging industry. And just to have met everybody that I've met, and again, Susie and the team, It's just you just find some genuine people that care, that actually care about the well-being of the artists. So I think I'm just, all I can say is I'm absolutely grateful to I'm so glad that I clicked that button on Instagram.
Absolutely, and I have a hope that one day you will all be gathered on one place, play music, and meet each other. How it works with the Eurovision Song Contest itself. I really hope that one day it will be an option, especially when the world will defend themselves from this whole situations we are living right now. I really, really hope that we're gonna meet each other all in these places. I believe in Africa it will be perfect. It will be really, really perfect.
Absolutely.
Kenton, I believe that everybody who was involved in the AfriMusic Song Contest, not only organizers, but also artists who are the finalists, they become the ambassadors of AfriMusic Song Contest, of African music for the whole world. I believe it's working that way. So please tell me, is there anything which you can say to your fellow songwriters throughout whole Africa who are considering entering the next edition of the contest? Some tips or some words of encouragement to them?
I like to stay in the middle ground, and not to be too much on the just yes side and the no side, or the positives and the negatives. I like to look at it at both sides. I think that it's so important to grab opportunities with both hands, at the same time being prepared for it, because I can't remember the saying, where opportunity meets hard work. There's just such a magic to it. And I've seen some crazy talents, especially in this competition, in not just the top 30, I've seen some amazing talents, and the guys are doing so amazing. So I would definitely say grab opportunities with both hands, be prepared. I know that there's so many musicians that are working really, really hard. Maybe my fingerprint on the idea would be just be prepared to accept that there's a greater purpose to music. There's a greater purpose. And I guess that I'm saying this because of the times that we're living in. We're just getting so much negative news going around. We're already in a crisis, but still on a daily basis, we're getting so much negative news. And I think like for me, Undefeated, we had a story of one of the ladies that works for a company. She was stuck overseas and she couldn't come back, so she was alone. So imagine what it's like to be alone, and you don't have options to get back. So it took her a long time before she could get back. But what she said was that song Undefeated really kept her going. So I think let's not be afraid to embrace the idea that our music serves a much bigger purpose than just our success in it. Yes, we want to be successful. We want our music to reach wherever it can. But just embracing, again, hard work, meeting opportunity, but living a bigger purpose. I think that's a great combination to work with.
Absolutely, I fully agree with you. This is really wise words, and I hope that these words will also come very close to a lot of people who are seeing what is happening with AfriMusic Song Contest, and they will consider it. And speaking of it, my last final question about AfriMusic from whole interview. Lots of people asking. I believe lots of people will kill me if I will haven't asked you about this. So please tell me, do you have any desire, or even if you will try to consider it, to come back to AfriMusic Song Contest next year or in the future? How will you see the situation with you?
I definitely see myself being involved. Like I said, for me, it's been a dream to become the songwriter that I am now, and I want to grow even further. And I've worked with a lot of people, again, online. I think the cover version videos that you've seen, that was just me in the videos, but my new ones, I'm actually working with other artists and musicians. So I definitely see myself, like we were saying earlier, AfriMusic teams see more than just one winner. They're trying to be a platform where there are more winners outside of the competition. And I definitely see myself being involved, next year, I want to be a part of songwriting. I want to be used in the ways that serve who we are. I know that I speak a lot about humanity and that kind of thing, but it really, really is close to my heart. I really do want to be involved and just be as busy as I can be.
Absolutely, and I believe that we need some people like you in the competition. I can say as a juror, international juror, but I also believe that everybody can take it and say, yeah, Kenton will be a phenomenal person to be around the competition and help us either way with his creativity, talent, and everything what he's have in this process.
Appreciate that.
So I would really hope to see you very soon in different roles as you will imagine, as you will seem fit. I believe it's gonna be really, really perfect thing. Okay, it's huge joy to chat with you. Incredibly huge. I would love to do it for 1 more hour. Believe me.
Thank you so much, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it myself. Thank you.
Great to hear. But we need to sum up this some way somehow. So please, please tell me 2 things. First of all, what's next for you? What you are planning to do in the near future or a little bit longer? And second thing, where all your new fans can keep update with your news about your music, where we can find you to be on touch with everything you're doing.
All right, thank you so much. Firstly, my social media handle is the same across all my social media, at Kenton Lee SA, at KentonLee SA. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And like I said, since last year, Jan till now, it's been a lot of labor, a lot of extracting, the good out of all the tracks that we've been doing, but we managed to come up with quite a few singles. And it's been an amazing process to discover a sound that I really love and I'm excited about. Like I said, it's an eclectic kind of sound, it's an urban kind of sound, and I'm just excited to get the music out there. I believe that we are just a few weeks away from the first release single, which will be Echo, and we are trying to just get it out as much as possible to as many ears as possible. So I would appreciate for guys to follow me and watch the journey. And for the moment, I've just uploaded my next cover version this morning. So yeah, we'll just keep on making music. And one important thing is, yeah, I really, really do feel connected to the meaning, to the purpose of what I do as a brand. And that is to leave the planet better than we found it. That's my message. And I want to use everything that I've got to help with this message.
Unbelievably beautiful statement for the end of our interview. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, but I can assure you that whole Destination Eurovision team will be supporting this amazing man, talented guy, Kenton Lee. Thank you so much for being today with me. It was a huge pleasure to chat with you all through many, many topics. And ladies and gentlemen, this is all about AfriMusic Song Contest. So please subscribe our YouTube channel and you will find lots of more materials about AfriMusic Song Contest now, but also in the near and long future. Thank you so much for joining us and see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sebastian. Bye, guys.